All right. Let's see if we can find out more about, like, specifically what this angry mob is. Because I can't help but keep on looking at this. Like, somebody could be trying to reincarnate something with some real love or something. I don't know. Or somebody saying that wasn't. I don't know. I'm wondering if this is three of this person or what is this? The person that was booed up, it wasn't real love, or somebody's telling this person this. And then we got the number one, which is probably like a vampire or a god or something. Okay. Those are the more what you would call prestigious so called races if they act right. Mm, not these people that's, oh, I'm the alpha just because, like, especially with a group of people that mixed up a race when you diluted the race. You diluted the breed, or you added something into it that's not supposed to be. But so, like, whatever it is illegitimate. It's like you say you took my DNA and you mixed it with something. It's not a royal, or it's not a this other kind of breed, or this is not nothing about how somebody should run. Let's get the politics out of it. We just talking about bloodlines. Like, there's nothing wrong with what I'm saying. People have been doing this in a different way with fancy clothes on and halls with dinners. They've been doing and saying the same thing, even with some people that are of their own. They've been doing this for centuries. We're talking about people concerned about their existence or their future of their breed or their race or their family or clan, or just the same way that these people made this shit in the background. And you pride yourself on how you put it together. It's nothing wrong with what I'm saying. It's nothing prejudiced about what I'm saying. And I wanted to say one thing. I think what is it, Colombia? Okay, that's supposedly, I seen a clip where they supposedly, you know, declare. I guess this is one step. Okay, um, something like, I feel like somebody thinking this is smite, but this is something that I would look forward to. This is how I know somebody been dealing with the wrong royals or something, because it's almost like somebody's like, well, your race was doing this. Are you sure? That ain't nothing that I would be doing. Whatever I am, we don't feed off of other people. Okay, that don't mean that I'm not having a human experience. And I thought I was in a relationship where I stayed home, and the person and the man that I was with was supposed to pay all the bills and take care of everything financially. That's separate from this. I wasn't even supposed to live that. That's not even a lifestyle I was supposed to be living. I was supposed to be living a whole different lifestyle. You get what I'm saying? And like I said, if these families were making up for this in the back end, who cares? If I was the one bringing in the money for my family, their family, and all this shit, my energy or something, who cares? Why are you complaining? On other levels, if you connected with me, open up all these doors, and you denied me throughout the whole thing, or left me in the background with us playing the most basic lifestyle. Yeah, these people are flying to France and shit, and drinking this and eating, I call it hors d'oeuvres, for hors d'oeuvres. I used to play around with the children, and say that. Or, like, because we used to go to Sam's Club and they'd be like, oh, we go to Sam's Club and get some of those examples. And I'm like, it's not an example, it's called a sample. But every time we went, we still called it an example, okay? They're like, oh, the examples are out. So, okay. So anyway, this is nothing. Like I said, with the damsel movie, if that was their gateway in, and then they're like, okay, well, kicking these girls down in the curb after they take blood from them, or after they take a baby from them, or after they steal a baby and act like the mother stole the baby, or it's just something weird that was going on here. Okay, you know, I wonder if somebody was in prison and they letting this person out, but I don't know if this person is supposed to be out. Cause I'm hearing somebody saying, oh, somebody's father is going to finish somebody up, because there's definitely a distinctive thing where There is a feather or a father figure that chose everybody else over the chosen one. Why somebody would do that, I don't know. But I think that this is what somebody did. Now, there could be hundreds of feathers on my crown that I would be connected to through DNA or something. Doesn't mean anything. It just means that. Okay. And this this could just be one of them. It could be all of them. It could be whatever, but it's somebody, right? Um, that's why I'm saying one of them, somebody like, I remember somebody like 3 years ago saying somebody's father coming to finish them off. Or I kept on hearing, when I was digging into the John Bonet case, I kept hearing the song Back to Finish the Job. So, I don't know what this is, okay? Maybe these people are just all playing around, swarming around, planning their future off of mine, dispersing positions and everything like this. And if I woke up in a certain amount of time and start talking about this, then I'm supposed to be dead or something. I'm not sure. But also, I'm seeing, because earlier we seen that somebody was not sick, but we're definitely getting somebody getting this message. I don't know if this is somebody getting. There's a ritual about this message in a house. Like people in this house was in the upright, so it must have been somebody that was connected for 7 years that could have got this bad message about their health or something else. Or somebody else was thinking that they was a royal and they found out they was not, but whoever was living in this house was. Somebody could have left you for 7 years and found out that they're not a royal, but the person that they left behind in the house is a royal, or they're connected to something bigger. All right. But again, I feel like I hope ain't nobody been in jail for 29 years or 20 years because of a false test saying that they gave them something or something. I hope this ain't what this is. Okay, because I kept on hearing like Empire. So I don't know. Like I said, of course, I haven't been in jail, but did somebody put one of my clones in jail? Did they put, um, if this is whoever was showing up as me, this is not a scam or anything. I'm not in control of this, guys. This could be that people are guardians of the galaxy or we're this and people hurt us and then we have to go back to outer space and get fixed up and sent back. I don't know why they do what they're doing. Okay. I just know that sometimes my facial features look a little bit different. It could be something that naturally happens. I don't know. I don't think it's chameleon energy. I don't think it's shape shifting. I think that shape shifting is what people tried to create and copy off of what God was already doing with some of us. That's or with me or whatever this is. Okay, that's how I look at it. All right. So I don't know what this is. I don't know if two people could be getting out of jail, or maybe this person is getting out of jail, but they don't have no protection. We got this unbothered energy in reverse. This could be somebody that claimed to be somebody's wife. Because I also seen over here that there was a high priest at some point in time that was claiming that they was in a relationship. Oops. Okay. With somebody or two of cups, but they wasn't. This could also be somebody that stole somebody's semen and then had a baby and tried to say that they was with this person or they had a baby with this person. I don't think that. I mean, I don't know what people's families and what they do or whatever their units do, but if I found out it was me, I don't know about nobody else. I'm not being responsible for no children. If I found out that 22 women had children by me, they got a hold of my egg somehow, and I had some kind of finances that was in the background, and these women that would be some type of stealing, but they could have said that so that it looked like they wasn't stealing, but somebody was never in the two of cups with somebody, and so that means maybe they were. Yeah, this could have been something about trying to claim some type of authority that somebody doesn't have by saying that they were connected to somebody that they weren't. I saw it was also to take down a house or to get a woman not to seem special or something. Say somebody went to jail 20 something years ago because of something that happened. While this person was away, these women or this Hecate Adidas energy was trying to, or this Hecate energy was trying to, or the monster, what the three strikes is on the monster can. It's something significant about this, occult, something like that. But these could be these energies here that were doing something, to turn a kingdom in reverse, and in turn they're in reverse, and they're out of something when it comes to finances here. This could be somebody that was like of another race or something, and they were having several wives, it just wouldn't be me. If I was a queen or a king in 2025, I would not want to have more than one wife or more than one husband. That's just me. It could be people I'm dealing with. I'm not putting. I don't understand how people don't understand that. How like a lot of kingdoms have fallen because of this. You're giving too much power to somebody that should not have it. You're also worried about quantity instead of quality. I'm just not doing it. Now, if there was a mistress, I probably wouldn't be dealing with that, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? If there was a mistress and it seems like this person and my person produces children that are of some type of something and they bring abundance to our group or something like that, then yeah, okay. I could see you wanting to do that or expand more with this particular person, but everybody ain't the same. Even in a family unit, everybody is not the same. Even we finding out, I don't know if it's just me or other people, but we find out that brothers wasn't really brothers, sisters was. It's some weird stuff that was going on here. I don't know why my cigarette. This must mean I shouldn't be smoking no more. Okay, got me smoking. It's seeming like I'm smoking something else over here. I also noticed that there's a very nagging energy on my daughter, my youngest daughter today. She keep coming up to me, sitting on me, laying on me and everything, but then she got like a messed up comment or something. Oh, I think it's in my car in the front seat.
Don't touch my sandals.
Okay, well I went out there with it and I left it in the front seat. It's not in Mexico.
Don't touch
it's in
my
the
sandals.
it's in the front seat of the car. Mm-hmm. Something is attached to that person and the youngest. It's a female. I know it is. And I just struck a nerve today. Because this motherfucker been tripping since he came in the door. And the daughter been coming around like, I clean myself up or whatever earlier or whatever. And she's like, oh, you smelling or oh, no, no. With that smelly stuff or something like, I don't know why people got so this much time on their hands because I didn't take a shower today. I took one, I think yesterday morning or something, and I didn't take one today. But I don't smell, so. But she keep on every time she come by me, she keep on saying that, like somebody's watching, and people are saying that because somebody's like, oh, see how you carry yourself. I would never want to sleep with you again. Oh well, you're a non-fact. I'm not planning on going back to anybody that I slept with in the past anyway. You get what I'm saying? So I don't understand, okay? But that's just what somebody's doing. So somebody very childish here. Now, this could be also somebody like, oh, somebody's only a boy, but somebody been a boy for like 30 years because they're a vampire, or they went through a process where somebody was playing with this person and they never grew up, or they went through some type of abuse where they're still acting childish. I don't know what to say and why somebody keeps saying that, okay? Because this person maybe could have been doing some gruesome things or something here. Okay, behind the scenes with their family or with their whatever this is, a sector. Like, I don't like people to try to ease in and whisper things like what they did for me, like, because I can't see none of it, so it wouldn't make a sense to me, because why are you sticking to me for 20 years, not fixing the relationship where everybody be on the same page? Why do I feel like a whole bunch of people are on one page and they're smothering me, or they're making decisions for me that a grown ass woman could make for herself? That don't add up to me. It's just the energy that I'm picking up on. I don't like that. It's almost like, say a situation where somebody's mother or father got deported or something that long ago, and this family that deported the person on false pretense, or maybe they had a reason back then. A lot of this is about so certain people can have access to certain people without any interruptions to do what they want. You understand? Like somebody saying, oh, why don't you go, on a trip to Europe or something? But these people are into science and technology. And while this person is gone, like it says in the Bible, while the person is going away from their garden.
So it's getting ready to rain.
It seems
when all the windows are down.
Okay. You couldn't just put them up when you was out there? Oh, okay. Well, thanks for letting me know. Somebody is petty. And that should be illegal because nobody else is paying the mortgage here. Why are you remote control viewing or remote controlling my family members? Somebody's weird and about to get their fucking hands cut off for meddling in other people's energy and other people's business. Yeah, somebody could be, again, we got the Ace of Cups in reverse. So there could be a Queen of Wands that's out of the blue when it comes to some type of connection or some type of communication. Okay, that somebody was on the low bringing something towards somebody like in a sneaky, hasty manner. This could also be people getting cut off or assets being frozen. And so somebody is trying to rush and get somebody money so they don't throw a tantrum or something. But at the same time, they're withholding the person that these people been withholding funds for forever or from forever. So we have the Queen of Pentacles in the upright here. All right. Let's see if we can find out maybe more about... Is these the only cards I brought out here? Oh, here it is. About this, who somebody is sneakily giving money to while they're out of sight from this Queen of Wands. Somebody could be acting like a bossy person right now. Somebody could see you as like confident, but like these are people that be like, oh, you conceited, you confident, but these are people that's in the background using technology to peck at you and try to make you feel bad about yourself, try to make sure you don't have extra money to get your nails done, trying to make sure you don't have the money to take care of your hair and your nice little things or clothes and go shopping, and then they'll come on and say you're confident. I feel like the real thing is we're stripping you, we're doing this and that. How do you still feel good about yourself? We seen you walking around here with those dirty, ripped up clothes or something. And that's why I said it's something wrong with these people. Because, yeah, we got the sun still gonna shine. We got the devil again behind the world card and the King of Wands in reverse at the front of the deck. So somebody just could be a nasty individual. Or this could be somebody that ain't getting none or ain't getting none from you. And so they're acting real funky. Yeah, but this is America in the Strength card. Somebody also trying to get somebody, I told you, somebody trying to get you to say something or react. I just need you to say something. Somebody wants you to say something or do something here. Somebody might want you to cry, because it's like, those of us that are that tapped in that for a fact that somebody's watching you in your house 24 hours illegally that's not supposed to. And these are your enemies plotting on you every second of the day. That's all they have to do. And some of this stuff could be working. It's a stressful situation to be in. Okay. It's like you want to find a branch that these dirty birds are sitting on and chop it off in the middle of the night while they all sitting perched up there sleeping. You know what I'm saying? Into the lake of fire. After you clip their wings. Because a bird is going to think that he could just fly away. But if you clip the wings, once they clip their wings while they're asleep, put something in their bird food like they do to humans here. Or people that's having human experiences. You could clip their wings after they went to the bird restaurant to go drink some bird food. eat some bird food or drink some sugar water, whatever they do. And then they get drowsy at nighttime. You clip their wings, they can't feel it. And then you cut the branch, and then they all just fall right into the lake of fire. Okay, that's going too far, but that's just kind of like what I feel for these particular dirty birds. I kept hearing this yesterday too. There's some dirty birds. There's just some dodo birds and some dirty birds. So we got High Priestess in reverse. So somebody could be sending, this could be a King of Wands sending stuff to somebody else. There could even be somebody complaining about purchasing you something or whatever. Your girlfriend, wife, or mother or something. But they're rushing over here in the middle of the night to sneak out money and go give it to this other woman, a witch. Now, it could be not for sexual reasons, but it could be to do harmful things to somebody. Like, oh, she ain't giving me none. Make sure you go do like this, poison her food or her water, or make this person sick for 24 hours or something like this. Because we got to think about this too. If somebody is a Lord or host, it's not just him that misses your energy. It's not just him, the person that's walking in the apparatus. There's other energies that use that apparatus to maneuver even to be around you, and they want something and they have money to control the person that's around you, closest to you, you know? So this is like people picking whatever they want and then tagging these people or chipping them, even though they're a part of another dynamic. All right. And something like this is unjust. Okay. Especially when it comes to an empress's house. People are not supposed to be doing this. Okay. So you might have a lawsuit or something on your hand because this just fell right here with the courthouse here. It's like a bunch of people. Like, I be thinking about those people that be sitting on panels and shit all day. They be watching you like on another network or an app. I heard co-app energy. All right, this could be this moon energy, a moon energy that's in a co-app with somebody. That's what I was seeing in the reading earlier. The words were here. All right, but also we see com app or co-app with the courthouse, 23 in the courthouse. All right, that's doing something in the reverse to try to do something. So this could be some people acting upright in the courthouse, like they're gonna make something right. Y'all heard that? Okay. Okay, like somebody's gonna make something right, but it's like show up to court on Friday or something like this, and we're gonna go ahead and redo the test. But on Thursday night, they use this chariot energy to put something in your food. Some I think if you go to that dispensary place, I think they have stuff. They might have stuff there like weed infused water or something. You know, you think you're drinking a bottled water, you know, out of the refrigerator, and it's got like a label with the regular water, but really this came from that store. And so when you woke up in the middle of the night, you're like, ooh, one cool water in here, and then you drink the water, the whole thing or whatever, and then you go back to bed and somebody come and then you got to go to this court place, you know, they're like, oh, with this, but 23 is still here. This 23 and me, somebody switching their hands here. They don't want the right hand to know what the left hand is doing. I noticed that this is American flag here, and there's another flag with a moon on here. Okay, or say, you know, somebody's Christian and somebody is Islam. Somebody don't want the other person to know what the other hand is doing. But I just feel like whatever this is, yeah, because they want to make it seem like America is coming apart with 46, or this is what somebody's getting out to plan on doing. Okay, and then we have stuck in the mud right above the other flag, and this Islam energy wants this elephant that remembers what these people did, or that's bringing up memories of the past. These are people that want to act like God is punishing you because you keep going back to the past. God never told you that. But these people will try to, if you're talking, hashing up and is solving something, like a whole crime against, like a hate crime, where this started or something, somebody doesn't like that. Somebody didn't think you was going to have this much time to talk about this, or people will want to hear. Okay? And so we have this person, this elephant stuck in the mud. All right? And this is maybe the work of like a darker energy or a moon energy or this Islam energy. And then we have coming apart here. They want to make it seem like, you know, America is falling apart at the seams. Okay, this could be why I said that if somebody's giving you another opportunity to come up clean. It was a show I was watching a little while ago, a couple months back, and the girl was like, are you sure when we do your test tomorrow? She was already in jail. All right, and they was like that you're not gonna, because one girl was like, here you go, girl, or whatever, just take this, or here you go, girl, just just take this to loosen up. And she gave her like a pill, or she gave her like a joint, she gave her something that was contraband or whatever. And then, you know, I think the girl even might have acted like she was acting a little different for the day. And they like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Because they already heard that she was about to get a drug drop. She didn't know, but they did. And then once she got called in the morning, then she like, that's why that person gave me that. But she was like, when she got tested, she was like, oh, yeah, everything is straight or whatever like this. And she's like, yeah, yeah, I know what you was up to, you B. And then she kind of flipped her off or something, or she like nudged her on the way out. She was like, I didn't take it. So this could be something like this here. All right. Like, I don't like what I'm seeing. Like somebody getting like I don't know, like pills or something, like, you know, I saw something where a girl was like handicapped and she was trying to go, she felt like her mom like had Munchausen syndrome and was trying to keep her sick or say something was wrong with her. She didn't feel like nothing was wrong with her. And so one day her and her mom went to the store, and then she rushed over to the register, and she asked to the pharmacy, and she asked the lady, what pills is this or whatever. And she was like, I don't know. She's like, please, I need to know something about like what these pills. She's like, I don't know. This is the closest thing I can say is it looked like this, and they use this for animals or whatever. And then she said, well, what would happen if a person ate these? And she was like, well, I guess they would not be able to feel their legs, or they would not be able to, I think it was something like feel their legs, or they would not be able to walk. And I was remembering one of the coat of arms that I put up yesterday with the lion on the top coming out the crown. The legs is still down inside the crown. The lion is not sitting at the top with the legs spread apart or standing strong. The legs are squished together, like the legs are binded. And I know China binds the feet of their young ladies to make them more appetizing to people. I think she just went up there with Nene. She ran to the front, I think. Um, they bind them to make, and we see the images on in the history about feet being binded, like they bind up the feet with this gauze or whatever, and the feet turn real crippled and ugly looking to fit in those little tiny little elf shoes or whatever. But I think that this is an old function that these people used to use to with laws and rules and things like this, in order to get people caught up in situations where you feel like you can't move forward because there is somebody doing some ancient ritual, all right, to keep you stuck, all right. Even Ptah, his feet was bound. This has something to do with like rituals here. It doesn't actually mean that somebody's sitting in the house with no bandage around their whole stomach down to their feet stuck together. This could be something else, like preventing you from forward movement or walking for or going, right? So again, like I said, this could be something that somebody is doing here. All right. And there is somebody that is alien. This could be like a green alien, like a person that's not a human being. Okay. And this could also be somebody that could be in jail or locked up or being tested on or something like this. Somebody's becoming enlightened about something here, about what these people plan on doing. Or this could be somebody that used to be, do drugs, or I don't know, sell weed, smoke weed. They ain't supposed to be around it. And, somebody trying to get this person caught up with something. Because remember, Cookie, the whole thing about Empire is like, I know they didn't have nobody in jail this long, but it was like Cookie's sisters is the ones that snitched on her to get her pulled over to go to jail for all that time. And it just so happens that, remember when Carol was kicking it with Lucius for a little bit of time, and then Cookie was like, what you think? You about to take over my spot with Lucius or whatever? So there could be a situation where somebody is thinking that they will, but in my situation, I don't think that this is that. I think that somebody could have put a binding ritual on me to make me be not up to par, or not be in a certain frequency for a certain amount of years. I feel like there could be something with a family member or something like this, or a friend. All right. But I think that if it's a Lucius and Cookie thing with me, it's not what it seems. This is more, that was about drugs. I've never been around a large amount of drugs. Okay. So, but, and like I said, I've never been like really arrested. Right. So not in that sense. Okay. For more than a traffic stop and a scare tactic. Right. So as a scare tactic for a traffic stop. Okay. But there's more. There's something about who I am. It's something about my identity, and it's something about a large amount of finances. It's about my real true identity, why somebody would keep me in this situation, right? Okay, maybe even to keep options open or something like this. Because remember, Cookie kept complaining about that $400 or $4,000 or $40,000 to start the company. No, we're talking about something. We're talking about something like that, but not that, This is even something that it ain't even about the money or what the money can't buy. This is like somebody locking you up because they wanted to be you, and then they make the thing so big and be like, "What are you, a drug? Somebody that been arrested for drugs and been in jail for this long? Who you think you is coming in here trying to claim your stuff back?" And start getting everybody else, yeah, you did this and you did that, and when you was in jail, or we seen you, or da da da, you ugly, you fat, you stupid, you know what I'm saying? Everybody around that person start to throw out their arrows or something like this. Like this about your motherfucking identity. Like this is what it feels like for me. All right? Right? Like nah, this is about a birthright or something. Okay, so now we got a president that's messing with America's birthright. Why? You know what I'm saying? What the hell is this about with this birthright? Like what are you trying to do all of a sudden now? Seven of Wands. Because somebody's protecting a person that don't have the authority here. Somebody could be protecting a Knight of Pentacles that was taking somebody's money somewhere else. Okay? This is also about, I see this bloodstream or this bloodline here. All right? There's also something to do with protecting a Knight of Wands that's in reverse and a High Priestess that's in reverse. Okay? This is what somebody is protecting here. The person that doesn't have the authority. The Knight of Pentacles that was sneaking money away. The King of Pentacles, the King of Wands that's in reverse. Like this is somebody protecting the people that they robbed the bank with. Or you are going to be mad at the wife that didn't know that you was in a robbing bank crew for 40 years behind her back, right? And now this bitch or whoever you with was using your wife's name though. So that y'all could pile it all on the wife that was at home unsuspecting, but now she found out and she's talking about it because of her intelligence. And you still mad and you still trying to harm the wife or the husband instead of because of the group of people that you built this tie with, that you was getting money with, my fucking inheritances and my money with. You understand? Yeah, the sun. Imagine somebody being connected, like a feather didn't know the shit this went this hard, right? Maybe this person was just teaching these people how to use their brain pattern. You could be having somebody that have a strange mind or something, and they train people off of your blueprint of your mind, how your mind work. But with these people, they was able to make money. With you, they just need you keep you trapped so people can harness your energy to do what you would do. But at the end, these people are going to use your name and stuff and your identity also, and then just leave it behind after they dragged it through the mud. So somebody's going to give you back your birthright or your identity or your name or your something after they drag it through the mud. Your title. Right? Something like this. But they're not going to be victorious with the Six of Wands here. This High Priestess could end up still going to... This High Priestess is still tapped into the sun's energy. This High Priestess in reverse. I be feeling bad because I'm like, what if there's somebody that they knew you didn't want to get... You wouldn't be the person to do anything wrong. You too much of a good girl. But these motherfuckers know they will. And so, it will feel bad, but that's what I said. What is wrong with some type of something today? That's not my fault. I feel that part of somebody doing that. This is like the group of people you're supposed to, they haven't approached you physically, but you could feel their energy circulating around you again or in some kind of weird way. So that's not my thing to make sure that I know what you're doing with my stuff. It's my stuff. If I'm the tree of life, it says in the Bible, if you take something from the tree that's missing the midst of the garden, it will know. So it's not my fault. You see what I'm saying? I feel like whoever Ace of Cups was in the reverse, they're not going to have to cry about this. They feel like they stuck in the mud and you can maybe even know about some kind of court thing. But we also, this is the side of Islam. It's like somebody want to do this favor. They could have did something else a long time ago and rectified it in the manner when Christians were something, but they want to rectify it and bring you in, but it's going to be under Sharia law or something. It's not going to be under Christian values. And that would be crazy if somebody is looked at as a lady liberty or America or something like this. Okay, that would be just insane. Like, don't do it then. Like somebody wanted to bring you, like bring you down, bring you in here, and then bring you through as like an Islam wife. It's just not happening for me. I'm not interested in it at all. I'm not knocking nobody that is. You just ain't doing it with me. It's not just me that I have to uphold something for. It's an entire nation. So that's like somebody trying to act like you ain't nothing, you ain't the queen, or you ain't America or something like this. But you steady trying to maneuver some ways to get me, this conduit or this Capitol dome, in some type of entrapment so that you can have some type of power or something like this. I don't understand that. This could be also, like I said, somebody, whoever was caught doing something like this, or I don't know what this is, okay? Somebody could have photoshopped a picture, make it seem like you're doing something else. I hope this ain't nobody breastfeeding their babies or their twins, and somebody's acting like you was doing something else to a newborn baby. Like what? I hope ain't nobody weird like that. But I was also picking up too that somebody could have twins, okay? And there could be a male doing something inappropriate to somebody's twins, okay? This is America in the upright. This person was not doing whatever this is that they try to take somebody to court for. So Christians might be the ones that's your enemies or mine right now, or the Pharisees, or these other groups, the Sanhedrin, because they thought that one of their girls was going to be the pick over Christ, And so, again, it may not be all the time a foreign energy or intelligence that's against you. In some cases, it may work for you. The people that could be against me right now is if there was some people that's indigenous community that found out who I was and they found out a scam with the Moors or something, and they was able to take stuff from me without it being seen, and now I'm bringing it up. Those will be my worst enemies. Do you get what I'm saying? I stumbled across something, or I done said something through this intel that we getting that has disturbed somebody or got somebody a little jumpy. Like, how the hell did that person know that? You understand what I'm saying? All right. Yeah. See, but this person got their own gifts. 7 of Cups. Why would I have to join whatever this is? If y'all leave me the fuck alone and just give me my stuff, I could form my own more perfect union. Or America. You mean America got to get up and make herself great again? The people that saying it out their mouth, oh, fighting for the soul of America, you was fighting for them to take it, or was you preserving it? If you making America great, what was you doing? You had to tear it down first, or tear me down first, and then try to come back and make me great again? After you, even yourself, our leaders might be under some type of Sharia law or under some type of compromised situation because they got caught doing something like this. And so the whole nation got to go down when there's another option or another choice that don't have none of this attached to them. Unless for the past 47 years, these people said she gonna wake up. We gotta take her to a facility. We gotta get her to do the same things that we did. We gotta drug this person and make them do this and take pictures of it and then send the person back home. And she gonna get online and be like, I'm perfect. I didn't do, cause we couldn't find nothing on her. You understand? Or him. So we gotta go and somebody I'm not saying I'm perfect, but somebody say, oh, well, I don't know who you're talking about, but I have not had nothing to do with, being arrested with drugs or selling drugs or something. Oh, you think you all that? No, I'm just telling you, I could pick up that somebody is trying to put some charges on somebody for drugs and they never sold drugs. Like somebody else could have got in trouble for selling drugs in the family and people thought it was cute to put your name down. So in case that happened, I never sold drugs. So I don't know whose that is. You get what I'm saying? So we're saying it for that reason, but these people want to see it some other kind of way because this is what they're plotting and doing. And they don't like the fact that you can tell them what they plotting and doing and you was not there. So this very well could be what Jesus was saying. Y'all talking all that shit in that room with 3 or more, but I know what you're saying. It may even just mean that there's not nobody really that y'all could be playing with in these groups that's not connected to me some kind of way. Don't mean that they kin to me or that they should have access to my assets, but all right. You see, I'm trying to explain this as best as possible. All right. This could also be somebody, oh, are you gonna be a bitch or a snitch or something like? I wasn't in the room with you when you was plotting nothing wicked. I don't even think I ever been in a situation where I was in a room where somebody was plotting against somebody to do something dirty to somebody. I just cannot go back in my brain, in my existence, and find myself in a situation where somebody was about to do something very heinous to another person and I was in on it or in the same room with them and was like, yeah, or act like I didn't hear or something like. I just don't, for me, I don't recall anything like that. So nobody can call me a rat, right? This could be people that is going to backfire on them for trying to have you, like Weekend at Bernie's, propped up somewhere like you was in a meeting and you wasn't there with somebody that have your clothes on like it was you. Yeah, you see in this picture right here at last year we took this when we went to Cancun or something, and this the same outfit. Oh yeah, that's the person. Yeah. Mm-mm.
And her mom.
Mm-mm. I'll be there in a minute. Hold on, I'll be there in a second. Hold on. Okay. So, Five of Swords. There is some type of something here. Five of Swords could also be, I don't know, I'm thinking like somebody be coming at somebody with some type of, I don't know, movement or something like this. Like, I don't know. Because whatever this shit is, you or me, whoever this is, the innocent one here, you don't know what the fuck these people. That's why people shouldn't be involved with deep shit without the other person knowing. It should be a rule, or it should be looked at as you being a Jezebel man or woman. If I find out that you in the mob and you've been with me for 10 years and I don't know, or you in the CIA, or you is something else, that if something happened to you just because of the assets that you might have been hiding from me and my children, or I could be in danger, or maybe the children are protected because they allegedly have your blood in them, but I don't. I'm just your wife or your husband. Nobody, if people came in to swoop in and get the people, they're not gonna get me. They're gonna try to take the children because they're gonna look at it as a benefit. They're not gonna try to take me. They're gonna take the children, the policies, the insurance policies, the companies, all the stuff. What use would it be if somebody was going on under the radar for this amount of time to figure out a case for you if the motherfucker gonna be dead by the time, if you were worried if what club I been to with my homies, you know what I'm saying? So shit like this. Like, well, I don't see how that makes any sense, all right? Because again, I don't have nobody's business to talk about. I don't have no fucking friends. I don't have nobody text message me, call me, nothing. So I don't have a two-way neural chip. I know people are siphoning from mine, but I'm not in somebody else's thoughts and mind or nothing like this. It's just me. So like, I don't know what somebody trying to do, but yeah. All right. I feel like somebody's out for the count. A hierophant energy here. All right. Somebody could even be having to compromise to cover their name. And that could be why somebody gonna have to let somebody happen to you. Something happen to you. Or somebody here. Knave of Swords. Okay. This person got a little bit darkness around their eyes here. All right. You know. Male or female here. All right, there could be a secret that somebody want to get to you. All right. I feel like, I mean, this could be a child that might, I don't know, came from, they was in the underworld with this family or something. Like, it's kind of crazy how I be seeing it. Hold on, I think it is about to, hold on, I got to get my car doors closed, my windows up.